This is Too Much Dave, 365, 2010, all year long, almost done the first month, episode 28. Today I'm talking about the Bava, Mr. Jim Groom, and his comments about Mr. Brian Lamb's comments about the iPad. It's interesting. I mean, it's the critique that a lot of people that I've worked with about the only thing you can't do with the iPhone is that you can't actually make something with it. Yeah, sure, you can use the video to get some stuff done, but you can't really create something. I mean, you can go in and edit something, and you get in there and kind of do a little bit, but you can't make something with it. And there's something really frustrating about that. It makes it a really nice tool for listening to audiobooks and to read stuff and to check your email and to go onto the internets and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't really allow you to do something creative. I mean, you can break it and do things that are creative. Certainly people have done photo projects and stuff, but it's not really what it's for. It's essentially a device to consume. And the business model around the iPhone and now the iPad is to get you to buy stuff. I mean, all the money these people are making are through the App Store and through iTunes and the way that they're selling stuff. I mean, Apple makes no bones about its business model. The trick is that it means we are being guided towards a far easier consumption process. Now, you might say that that's a way for people to go out there and buy stuff and other people to be able to sell stuff that they create, and some people would argue that that's a good thing. And people making money is not something I'm opposed to, but there's something about the way that it stops people from creating things for creation's sake that I think both Brian and Jim are pointing to. It's an important thing, particularly when you're talking about learning. There's something about the commodification of knowledge and the commodification of learning that's a bit troublesome and gets us in trouble occasionally, because then we start building things so that they end up being sold rather than because they're good or interesting or creative or new or push boundaries or irritate people, which is the kind of creativity that you can do whenever you're not trying to sell something. And that makes a difference. It makes an important difference. And the thing about the iPad is that, yes, it does have a couple more tools that allow you to create stuff, but the whole thing locks you in. And it makes it so much easier to consume than it does to create. And one of the things that Brian's saying in that short quote on Jim's blog, and I do advise you to go to Bava Tuesdays, BAVATUESDAYS.com, and check out his post on this, is that the participatory web, the chance for us to all create and be involved in the collaborative creation process, starts to get broken down the easier the mobile thing happens. The problem with mobile learning, and the problem I've always had with mobile learning, is that I don't understand how people are going to participate. I completely understand the consumption process. I do not understand the participatory process. I understand how a phone's participatory. I understand how a large, wide voice conversation can be that, but specifically speaking, I don't understand how it's participatory. Certainly as participatory as the chance of you having a laptop, which is not really that much harder to carry around, or anything else. I don't quite get it yet, and I think that there's a really, really good message coming out from Brian and Jim on this one. I do advise you to go and read it. That is 365, 2010, Too Much Dave, episode 28.